Did you just? You don't do that while I'm eating.
I've eaten so much and not biked enough.
That's funny.
I should have biked 100 miles.
Well, good morning and welcome to another 10K day here. We're actually going to get started off with one of my specialties. I've been looking forward to this one for a little while. I used to make French toast casserole. Hey Nico, have you ever had my French toast casserole? I don't remember. It's so early in the morning. We're getting ready to do something we've never done before, right? Nico's gonna bike 30 miles. At least that's the plan right now, to bike 30 miles, which means I would be running 30 miles. Yikes. I messed up the French toast casserole. We were supposed to be heading out right now, but I messed up the French toast casserole. I was supposed to do a delay bake, and I didn't know that the oven, when you set the delay, it's not the amount of time that you want it delayed, it's the time that you want it to start. So, oh well. Woke up, started it, went back to sleep for 15 more minutes. But check this out. That there is my favorite eggnog French toast casserole. Took a giant Italian loaf, cut it down into cubes, toss it in there on top of some walnuts, some maple syrup, and some brown sugar, cinnamon on top, eggnog, eggs, egg beaters for the mixture, and soaked it in overnight, baked it up this morning, and that's what we're going to dig into for our pre-run. I'm very excited about this right here. Oh my goodness, I forgot how filling French toast casserole can be. I thought that was going to be really easy to put down. That was not the case. And you can see Nico's just stabbing at his. He got a quarter of the way through. And I think he's done. Oh well. We're gonna give it a few minutes and let that settle before we start to head outside. While that's happening, I'm gonna pack the bag and get a bunch of treats in there for us. Packing the bag. We're gonna put some treats in here. We've got blueberry and banana muffins.
You need to stop saying that word, okay?
What, treats?
Yeah.
Oh, because of Trixie?
Yeah.
My bad. Now we're going in. Let's see how these Pop-Tart bites are.
What?
It's, you know, one of those impulse buys at the counter at the grocery store, because Pop-Tart bites was one of my choices. So, but I might be really disappointed in my breakfast choices today, which kind of sucks. Just means I probably won't choose these again, or at least I won't make that mistake with the French toast casserole again. Which is too bad, because I was making some banging French toast earlier in the week, and I thought that was going to carry over. Nope. Alright, so we all love to diss on Walmart, but I think that they actually do a pretty good job in their bakery. $1 Italian loaves, come on. These are actually pretty inexpensive. I think it was like I think it was just $2.50 or something like that. And I normally rail against muffins because, you know, they're 450 calories each, but these are bite size, it's like 2 bites for 110 calories. But let's see how the Walmart bakery did with their muffins. You ready?
They did good.
I actually think they're pretty good too. Well, we're gonna have to head out soon. Pop-Tart bites.
Well, at least the sun's up now.
So much better toasted.
This one's coming in. Oh, it's hot.
Mm-hmm. I just toasted. I just pulled it out of the oven. So when Jen bought all of our Halloween candy, the Almond Joy sort of disappeared really quick, and I had a couple of them, but I didn't get as many as I wanted. So I'm using today to get that Almond Joy. What are you doing? You want a little piece?
Sure.
Easily one of my favorite Halloween candy bars. Rest of the year, I haven't even had one. But around Halloween, gotta get my hands on a few of these fun size.
Food. How are filling foods filling even if they have the same amount as normal non-filling foods?
Ugh! I'm procrastinating so hard. Nico's ready to go though. It's not quite as bad as I expected it to be outside. I think because we waited a little longer. So it's warmed up just a little bit. But here we go. Hey, pay attention. Put the stick down. Get on your bike. It is not a good thing that I already don't want to do this. So let's hope I get into a groove or something. Can't believe how, I can't believe, oh God. Okay. This is one of those moments, it's like I don't have to do this.
You're forcing me to come with you.
I know. We don't have to though. We get to, right? We get to. Beautiful Sunday morning. We could just sit down and watch cartoons.
I would be very fine with that.
That's what we're gonna do when we get back though, okay? All right.
Oh God.
You remember the rules on your bike?
Stay within 15 feet.
Stay within 15 feet of me and stay inside of me on the side of the road, all right? All right. We never got the mail yesterday, did we?
I don't think
I'm gonna check the mail real quick. This is how we procrastinate. Damn it, no mail. All right, it's a sign. We gotta go. Ready? Here we go. Oh, watch.
Oh,
There it is. Oh boy. Can't wait till it's 70 degrees later.
yeah, me too.
Right now it's what, 40?
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah. My neighbors. I almost never see the horse over there. Oh well. Nice, long ass, slow run today. Here we go. This guy here just had that whole big garage put on. Thing's insane. So, Nico, what do you think about doing a bike ride like this?
Horrible.
Why?
time consuming.
Huh?
It's time consuming, energy taking.
But weren't you just saying the other day that you wanted to get stronger?
Still.
Still what? Oh, we're gonna have plenty of time for that this winter, don't worry. Well, you can see him way back there. Looks like I'm gonna have to try to stay mostly flat today. I'm okay with that. But he mentioned that we might go by his mom's house. So I was like, hey, you wanna run by? Let's go. So we're gonna go stop at his mom's place, say hello. It's actually a pretty cool house. I think it was, hey, do you know when your mom's house was built? It was like the 1800s, right? Fair enough. All right, on our way. This is Nico's mom's place.
1778.
Built in 1778. All right, buddy, go say hi to mom. Just under 6 miles in, got to Nico's mom's house. He wanted to say hi, so he's in there. And now this is one of my favorite treats. Even though, goodness gracious, it's 45 degrees outside, but this is just too hot. Way too.
Wait.
Raisins and craisins, baby.
Did I do
So
today?
simple, but so good. So you woke your mom up? I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. We're 6 miles in, so drop the bike. Don't run over the GoPro. Have some water. Have some food.
It's only 6 miles.
Mm-hmm. The next stop won't be for a while. I'm missing the boat showing you some of these houses. Old school New England out here. Check that one out. How you doing? 1849 on that one. Pretty cool place. 1827. Woo. Shamrock Thumble built that one in 1779. Kind of cool. So, this is our first time crossing the Connecticut River on foot. It's an adventure, baby. This kind of shit shapes my ass. Coming soon, now leasing, retail, office, commercial development. But 300 yards that way, we have a mall that's failing and can't keep stores inside of it. But they're gonna build another retail development across the fucking street. Yeah, makes sense. We can do better. Do you want the regular cheese Danish or the sugar plum cheese Danish? The regular cheese Danish as well, please. And one of these. Okay, great.
No, I think that's it.
Okay, just to warn you, we're pretty backed up right now.
So I've never seen a line this long for Starbucks. Holy cow. It's gonna be like a 10-minute wait just for our order. We got a couple sandwiches. We're 20 miles in. Ah, this is officially tied Nico's longest bike ride.
No, I think it was like 21, 22, 20 something.
So since we have to wait for our drinks, got one of these little spin drifts. Here you go, bud. Have some of that while we're waiting. We went in hard. Not really that hard. We got a cheese Danish, we're gonna split it. We got a breakfast wrap, we're gonna split it. That breakfast wrap is 650 calories. That is out of control. I was like, oh, you want a breakfast wrap, buddy? I'll get one, you get one. And then I looked at it and it's 650. So we're gonna split that and split a cheese Danish. Yeah. The cheese Danish is 290. I know you are. You're very good at math. And then we've got that large strawberries and cream, so that's really where we're gonna get a bunch of stuff. And then we got a refresher, so we're gonna use a 30-ounce refresher to probably fill the bottles, because this is flat soda now. But if we make a beeline for home, which is not really a beeline, it kind of zigs and zags a bit, but if we make a beeline for home, we'll hit 30, maybe just over. But I don't think we're gonna make a beeline for home.
What?
I think we're gonna start going home, cross the Connecticut River again, and then go north by the gym and extend it out a little bit farther and maybe make one more stop.
Oh no.
That would get us an official ultra.
What's an ultra?
I think it's really anything beyond a marathon, but everybody whines and cries about it being like over a 50K, which is 31 or 32, something like that. So if we get over that, we officially get the virtual ultra, the COVID virtual ultra. There's more. I'm so thirsty.
I'm not very thirsty. Just hungry.
All right, we both know that we love the cheese Danish, so we're gonna save the best for last. Well, at least it's 600 calories because it's big. It's hot. Yeah, I ate it off the ground. Build your immune system, folks.
There are people that eat rocks.
Yeah, well, some people do it for a reason, because you can actually help your gut with clay. And like adding bacteria from your local environment. Two weeks ago when we went to Atkins Farm after the hike, that cheese Danish was probably one of the best cheese Danishes I've ever had. This is actually pretty standard, like good cheese Danish. This is one of my favorite little treats. And surprisingly, they're usually, I mean, depending on where you get them, they're usually around 300 calories. So it's not a huge spend. At least, not for
Oh, and by the way,
not for anybody over 2,000 calories. This is what we're here for. It's like ice cream. You want some of this cream? There you go. You can take half. Oh my God, I haven't had one of these in forever. When he was younger and we would go on long road trips, I would stop at Starbucks and get myself a coffee and get a small strawberries and cream and give him half of it and I would drink the other half. hey, that's what we're gonna do again today. Fueling up for the last 10 to 15 miles here. You wanna try? Of course you get a sip, these are for us. This is a lot better than I expected. Woo! 70 degrees in November. Take that. But Nico doesn't want to go 35. That's okay. So I talked him into going 31, which will be adding 1 extra mile to how far it takes us to get home. And official ultra status. So we'll get our virtual ultra for the day. But crazy, I love it. He's going 30 miles today. Brilliant. Go, go, go! Digging deep for that hill. I sent him ahead, gave him a head start. Now I'm gonna chase him down. Here we go. I'm coming! I thought he had me for a little bit there. Looks like I'm gonna get him. Go, go, go. Don't stop. You're not done with the hill. All the way through. Finish strong, come on. Ball game. One of the hardest things to do at the end of a ride or run is accidentally short yourself on mileage and get to your destination with miles left to go. So we're gonna be home with 1 mile left. We're gonna victory lap it, which means we'll drop off the pack, anything in our pockets, grab a quick drink. We haven't stopped at all for the last 10 miles. So 20 through 30, we just went. How you doing?
Ran far. I passed you on Mountain Route.
Yeah, so we're gonna victory lap it, drop our stuff off. We'll have 1 mile to go. And we'll run away from the house and back. It's tough to do that. To be willing to do that takes a lot of grit to get there and not just sit down. So we're gonna pull that victory lap and then we're gonna do some chores. And I'm saying that now so I'll commit to it and won't just sit down. We gotta get them done because the house is a mess and so aren't my brakes. 1 brake pad I haven't fixed yet. So gotta get in there, get that one done. All right, finishing up this last, or well, the 30th mile here. All right, post run. We went in hard for some carbonated beverages. But if you've never had cold grapes, ice cold grapes, there's just something about, I mean, grapes are super sugary as it is, but an ice cold grape and a frozen grape, they're freaking amazing. You gotta try it. Okay, so before we sit our asses down, we are going to do our chores. which means I've got to go do a brake pad. Please don't do that, Nico. And we have to clean up this mess. Look at this. Jen is gone for the weekend. This is what happens when you leave us boys alone. I know,
Hey.
I'm stereotyping, but it's still true.
Not all of us. There's Trixie.
Look at this. Oh, it's so bad. We're so messy. Oh my God. But at least I keep my cast iron clean. Oh man, look at the sink. Oh, God damn it. Excuse my language. But yeah, so we were gonna do everything together, but Nico said he wants to do the dishes himself, which means I'm gonna go do the brakes by myself. We're gonna split the responsibility, attack and conquer, divide and conquer, and hopefully get this done quick. I think one of the things, you know, even though we're doing a lot of work, like yesterday I went on a long bike and today we did this together, like we're still done really early afternoon. It's, I don't know, 1:30 maybe, 1 o'clock, something like that. So we're still done early afternoon. We got to hang out all morning together. And now we have the entire afternoon to get stuff done, keep on going, and then rest for the evening. And maybe we'll watch a movie. We will definitely be sitting on our butts later. But before we hit our butts, we're gonna get some stuff done while we still have the energy to go. You ready to rock, Nico, or what? Let's get this stuff done with the same vigor we just did that run, all right? You good? I know you can hear me. Where are you? He's dead. He's dead. All right, let's get it done. I think I just created something amazing. So I tossed some ice in there, about 4 ounces of mango, 4 ounces of strawberries, all frozen, and then half an ounce of maple syrup and the grapefruit soda stream. And it came out like a sorbet. If I melted it down just a little bit, it would be a drink, but right now it's a sorbet. And it's, I mean, amazing. Okay, I say it's amazing, but let's get the real review from a 10-year-old. Here. What do you think?
I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10? I will take it. It's almost entirely foundational. That's awesome. I could envision mixing in just a little, probably like half a handful of spinach to hide some greens in here. We have Funyuns. You've never had Funyuns, right?
No.
No, he's never had Funyuns, so this is gonna be his first Funyuns experience. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited. I don't know why we get so excited about, I mean, I do know why, but I don't know why. That probably makes no sense, but yeah. Junk food mania!
Junk mania.
Yeah. 110 calories in the package? Damn. That's a
Okay, what about
perfect
that
way to
mini?
like... Do you want it?
Yeah.
You have a freebie day, dude. You can eat whatever you want today. Whatever you want!
I know I'm going for this animal crack.
So I bought these little mandarin orange fruit cups. This is all because of you, April. I see the mandarin oranges in your salads all the time, and I was like, I've got to get these. So I got these little fruit cups because they're like no sugar added, and I really just wanted the orange, and I wanted them cold, so I tossed them in the freezer real quick, but I've gone too far. I'm in an interesting spot right now. I am not even a little bit hungry, but there are some things that I wanted to get. And I'm also very disappointed. Like, I had the French toast casserole this morning, but in my haste, because I made a mistake with the oven, I increased the temperature to try and speed it up so that we could get out the door for our run and bike. And in doing so, I burnt the bottom of it, so that just ended up being disappointing. And Starbucks was awesome, but I find myself like not even a little bit full. I'm sorry, not even a little bit hungry. Having the, I don't know, the strawberries and cream and the, what else? Well, the wrap, yeah. But I don't even, it's not even really the collection of food. I ran at much lower paces today. I extended the distance in order to do so. But because I did that, like the stress of it wasn't as high, so I find myself not very hungry. And because we did actually eat enough, I'm already done, and I'm only at like 3,000 calories. I think I have to add the mango and the strawberry in there, but give me a break, that's a couple hundred. It's right there. So there's a few things that I wanted to get today. I wanted to get a steak and cheese sandwich. I haven't had one in a very, very, very long time from somebody else. Like ordering from a local restaurant. I wanted to get, like, I found out that there's a restaurant that does burgers and hot dogs locally that's owned by a family member of a friend of ours. I don't know how I never knew this before, but now I do. And I wanted to go there, but they closed. And we were doing chores and they closed. I didn't know that they closed so early. And then I was gonna do the steak and cheese, and I was gonna go get a steak and cheese panini, you know, because it's basically the same thing as a steak and cheese from a local pizza place or something. I used to work in the Air Force with this person, same base, and I like going there and supporting them, and I forgot they are closed on Sundays. So even if I wanted to go there and support them today, I can't. So some of the plans that I had are kind of a bust, like the support local thing, and then even we were gonna do a Friendsgiving, and Nico and I were actually gonna run down to it, or we were gonna finish the run early enough to get there, and they ended up in quarantine from a possible exposure. So that was, you know, naturally, that's not gonna happen. So the plans for the day are just kind of a bust. So I don't even know if I'm gonna go after the 10,000 calories today. Like, I got hydrated and I feel great. My energy is like through the roof. The last couple days I was really good on my supplementation and just making sure that I did everything I needed to do to support myself outside of getting enough sleep, which I need to make sure of over the next couple days, because these last 2 nights, my deep sleep and my quality sleep have been good, but my overall time of sleep has not. So I need to just get that time back. But yeah, man, I'm like through the roof. And but I'm not hungry. So I might just let it go this week. I just don't want to lose the weight. And my weigh-ins for the last 3 days were on the lower side. You heard metal? Here, wait, listen to the brakes. Nothing. They're quiet. Funyun time! This is his first experience with Funyuns. All right, we need, on a scale of Nico, 0 to 10. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
8.5 on the Funyun. Wait, what do you give Doritos? What do you give Doritos?
10 out of 10.
You like Doritos that much?
Yeah.
I did not know that. So we find ourselves at lovely Costco. Their pizza's awesome, and it only takes a slice, and it's cheap. And I'm buying a ribeye sandwich to make up for the steak and cheese, because Longhorn has a new ribeye sandwich that looks amazing. So we're getting that. Some sundaes from Friendly's, and the pizza from here. All right, now this is one of those things where like everybody's all in or all out, and you don't really have to be, unless you go and buy a bottle of Coke and it has to be diet or regular. Like then you have to pick. But one of the reasons I like going to gas stations or even Costco is because I don't have to pick. I'm gonna fill up with mostly diet, and then I happen to really like the flavor of the regular. So 1, 2, boom. It's a little mix of the two. Yeah, I got a few calories from sugar in there, but it also enhances the flavor of it, and I like that. And I don't mind a little spend like that. Very enjoyable. How you doing?
What was the name?
Good. Aaron.
Aaron, I will be right back with that. Okay.
Thank you so much. So it's not perfect. It's Longhorn. It's not someplace super local. I did order the ice cream from Friendly's, which to many people is not a local joint, but to me, it is. They've been growing since I was a kid, and you know, growing and shrinking and growing and shrinking, but they're actually a local company headquartered out of this area, and so I've kind of watched that since I was a little kid. I used to love going there with my family and getting chicken tenders. Nico did not want to have a sit-down meal, so we are literally just picking everything up from everywhere and taking it all home. Are we gonna sit down and watch a movie? Also, this is tragic. It's 5:30 right now.
5:40.
And look at this. It's dark. Pitch black, man. Oh.
So what?
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We're a month and a half away from, is it the equinox? Called the shortest day of the year, and then they start getting longer again.
What is sunset?
I hate to
gonna
say
be
it,
that
it's
way?
like this is depressing, and the reality is that it is actually depressing, you know? It's hard to make vitamin D, but it's just such a challenge. Such a challenge. And like, running, biking this morning, cardio, lifting, you know, boosting a lot of those hormones and creating habits that support them.
That's what I was gonna ask.
What?
Not about this muscle, but what's cardio?
Oh, well, cardio is when you're getting your heart rate elevated for longer periods of time and you're working on the capacity of your cardiovascular system.
Wait.
So remember we were talking about vascularity with the veins? That's your vascular system. And cardio is cardiorespiratory. So that's like your lungs and the connection between your lungs and the blood and your veins and your arteries. Does that make sense?
All right, Aaron, there you go.
Oh, thank you so much.
You should have turned it off.
Well, this is exciting. It's a ribeye sandwich. This will be my first ribeye sandwich ever. All right, pickup number 1 complete.
Oh my.
We are on our way to, well, actually,
This
pickup
is-
number 1 was complete with the pizza and the drink. Pickup number 2 complete. Pickup number 3 is the ice cream at Friendly's.
And then there's no pickup number 4, right?
Pickup number 4 is the burger.
Come on.
I couldn't imagine trying to take down one of their entire pizzas.
In less than 5 seconds.
I think just, well, definitely not less than 5 seconds. But I think I would just be, I think I would just struggle with wanting to actually finish it all. Because it's like 4,500 calories of just pizza. I don't know that I care about one food that much. I like the variety, you know?
We all of a sudden see a line at like...
So the real struggle, you know, the real struggle with Costco pizza is that it's a 700 calorie slice. It disappears, and now I'm hungry. So, great. That's good because I have all this food to eat now. You know what I want? A mozzarella stick.
Now I'm excited for my blood sugar to go down.
This will not make your blood sugar go down, sweetie. Oh man.
I'm in the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza will not make your blood sugar go down. If anything, it's gonna shoot it up. The little mini guys. Damn it, the marinara is cold. Who gives you cold marinara? Before I knew better, every time I went out to eat, if a place had mozzarella sticks, I ordered them. And I would eat the entire order. I was very poor. Very bad at sharing. Double quarter. Okay, so I am ditching their bun, and I brought, excuse me, I brought my own cranberry English muffin because I learned that I love burgers with cranberry English muffins. It's a very good combination.
If you hate this,
Did you have something to say?
I didn't finish the pizza.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's just crust. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, some people don't even ever eat the crust.
That's not okay. Those people have never been really poor a day in their life. Like you.
I didn't eat it.
Although, to be fair, you have been poor. I just
didn't eat it this time because I'm full and I will explode if I eat that.
No, I hear you. I just did a really good job giving you what you needed so that you didn't know that we were really, really poor. It was just, you remember when I used to tell you all the time, like, we can't get that because I don't have the money?
Did you actually have the money but you weren't willing to spend it?
Hell no. I didn't have the money.
Really?
Yeah.
$5?
Yes, I barely made enough money to pay for our bills. That's why we had roommates. Okay, so anyway, I think that some companies actually do a really good job portioning things. Like, going into the salad, they've created flavors. I think I see 5 grapes. There's some mandarin oranges, a sprinkling of pecans. Check it out, right? This is actually a good sized salad. And then some strawberries, and they call this thing the strawberry salad or strawberry field salad, something like that. And it's a fairly expensive add-on. The raspberry vinaigrette is probably the bulk of the calories. It's 200 total. I would have to look this up separately to see what it is. But I literally added it on because I remembered enjoying it. It was, it's 200 calorie add-on. But getting stuff like this is kind of expensive from a restaurant, or at least sometimes it can be. But it is nice because they do portion it and create some good flavors, and then you can copy it. So look at this. This whole friggin' salad, right? This whole thing, and it's beautiful and it's delicious. 200 calories. This, I chose to get the mac and cheese, which is 610 calories. This sandwich is 440. The mac and cheese, look at that, it's tiny. I have an entire bucket over here versus this. That's 610. That's ridiculous. This is $4.40 and they've even buttered the bun.
The new episode's out, just so you know.
Okay.
50.
I'll be right in, sweetie. I'm excited for this ribeye, man. Come on. Ice cream time. Yeah. So after the Sunday I had last week, this is pretty weak. And this little cup, it's a medium. It's 8 ounces of ice cream. What's interesting is they put on the website that it was 8 ounces of ice cream, and that actually made me reduce my order from, because I would normally just get a large. It made me reduce my order because I was like, oh, it's 8 ounces of ice cream. That's a lot. It's 500 calories of just ice cream. And then there's little pound cake pieces and some gummy bears. And I put double strawberry sauce on there. I thought was cool. But this whole thing, this little sundae, this little tiny thing is like 900 calories. I'd have to look back at last week's. But last week's it was 24 ounces from Tutti Frutti, that frozen yogurt stuff. And I had like 6 different flavors and it was awesome. And as much as I love these, I mean, I do love these. And this strawberry on strawberry on strawberry, that is like 50% of my Sunday orders since I was like 6 years old was strawberry on strawberry on strawberry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I love strawberry. It's a thing for me, man. But it just, sometimes I'm still shocked at how little you can get and how expensive, and I don't mean money out of my pocket, because this was pretty cheap from a money perspective. But how expensive it can be from a caloric perspective. Because being almost 1,000 calories just for this little tiny cup, man, this is gonna go in my stomach and disappear. And everything I was saying earlier about, you know, not being hungry, I might just accidentally
Your blood sugar
hit 10,000.
goes up, and then it comes down even further.
You're right. I might accidentally hit 10,000 calories just from making these choices. I still gotta eat those mozzarella sticks though. And I think that puts me at like 8,000. And it's not even 8 o'clock. I'm not even a little bit full.
You gotta do that, man.
No, but I did it the last 4 weekends. I don't feel like I have to.
You must. What is fiber, and what is it for?
Fiber? Well, that's hard. They say if if you can't put it in layman's terms, then you don't understand it well enough. So, hold on. Fiber's not really a thing, right? Like you couldn't pick apart and go, this is fiber. And it's only that thing. Fiber's a collection of stuff in plants that you can't digest. So like when you eat a plant, let's say you eat corn, right? You can see the corn come out on the other end. You've seen it before? Yeah.
I've actually seen it. Like,
So that's fiber. It comes out, all of the fiber comes out the other end. Because you can't digest it. Now, not all fiber comes out the other end because bacteria in your body can digest it. So the reason you want to eat it is to feed that bacteria.
So it's not necessarily what it does, so much as what we use plants for. So we eat the plants to keep that collection of bacteria inside of our gut flourishing. That way, at any given moment, you can eat plants and extract energy from them. If the bacteria breaks it down, when the bacteria actually breaks the fiber down, you get more access to nutrients that were in the plant than you could otherwise, which is kind of cool. It's just like a benefit to being able to digest it and keeping the bacteria healthy. Make sense?
Yeah.
So when you just eat a lot of when you just eat a lot of things that don't have fiber, you kind of bypass that and you never grow the microbiome. You don't feed those bacteria, you end up just feeding bacteria that become toxic over time.
Oh God.
Because you don't have balance. Now, that's a little bit unfair because if you, let's say you don't eat sugar and starch and things that don't have fiber, let's say you just eat meat, you will have a healthy microbiome, but it's likely that it won't be quite as diverse as eating the fiber along with the rest of the carbs and the meat. Does that make sense?
Yep. By the way, is there anything that doesn't have any sugar at all?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Meat.
I've eaten so much and not biked enough.
That's funny.
I should have biked 100 miles. No, can I?
Oh. Yeah.
Really? You have to dip it? I don't want.
You don't want dip?
No.
Oh. Awesome. Are you helping me get to my 10,000 or do you want me to just eat the peppermint bark? Because we chose it. What's the Nico score?
Probably a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow. Did you just? You don't do that while I'm eating.
You do it while I'm eating.
No, I don't. Not while you're eating. Did you want to eat your Doritos tonight since we didn't have the tacos?
Yeah.
Tell you what. Eat the bag of Doritos. And then, did you have any, you haven't had much for water tonight, have you?
I'm assuming you're about to say drink a cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, please. And then we'll get you off to bed, okay?
Okay.
So it turns out, I may not have been very hungry, but I have the capacity to fit a lot. And it just keeps calling for it. So I really enjoyed that cranberry English muffin earlier. Went back in for another one, finished it, went back in for another one, and now there's only 3 left, so who knows, might finish those tonight. I also hit the regular eggnog. We got regular eggnog this week. Just 1 serving. I'll probably go in for another. And then something I used to like, this was one of those things, I would go to work and, you know, I'd be working all day, I'd get hungry, it's like, oh, pineapple juice. it's healthy, and you know, it hits hard. Get your sugar up, super energetic. And I used to do that all the time. I would go get a Frappuccino, head over to Wendy's. When I started being healthy, I was bringing in pineapple juice. It's embarrassing, really. I come from, you know, a family of people with blood sugar issues. Anyway, orange juice. I don't drink it on a regular basis. I don't drink very many of my calories. I'm gonna put the rest of this down. I've been drinking it a little while tonight. I really enjoy this stuff, and I am going to consider starting to blend oranges, or even grabbing full pulp orange juice for runs and rides. I actually used to do it in high school after the whole Framingham State University study, where they came up with the orange juice and salt. So it was like a concentrate and a salt put together as an alternative to Gatorade that was probably healthier and better for athletes. And while that's probably not my ideal, I think that I might enjoy it as an option. And when you're talking about, you know, going for a run or this or that, the sugar's fine. I mean, is this better than candy? At least a little bit. I'm not at 10,000, but if I just keep going, I'm just gonna end up hitting it. Whatever. I feel like the way that I shoot this right now, I'm in a confessional, and every time I go and I have to eat food, I have to come over here and confess my sin on my way to 10,000 calories, which apparently is going to happen today. I have 2 more of the cranberry English muffins in there, mostly because they're fantastic. And second, because I get to eat them just with butter today, which normally I steer very far away from that kind of stuff because it's a trigger for me to keep eating. But right now, today, that's okay. If you didn't know, 1 serving of peanuts is just a capful. So when you buy the package like this, take this, pour it in the cap, boom. It's pretty reliably an ounce. I mean, you don't have to be exactly perfect. You just want to be close, right? There you go. 1 ounce. It's not a lot of peanuts. So I could just gulp, put these all in there, chew them up, enjoy them for a moment, and then be done with it. Or I could be good and have just a few at a time, take my time with it, savor it, maybe enjoy it a little bit more. There's advantages to savoring, but there are also some benefits to taking it, popping it, and taking off, as long as you don't have an issue with portioning when you do that. You have to make sure that you're thankful for it, that you appreciate it. And appreciating it isn't always, like, that doesn't just mean go slow. So you gotta think of what's best for you, right? If you eat on the run, capful, bang, and you're gone. You don't have to, but sometimes it's nice to. So don't be afraid to do it. I'm guessing this is my last confession of the night. So I apologize, Nico. I went in for the final cranberry English muffin. That makes 5 of them today. And then hopefully to finish it off with just some volume, I've got, because I need to fill up or I'm gonna keep going. But it's strawberries, banana, and some vanilla Greek yogurt. And I just turned it into a smoothie. So that'll hopefully finish off the night.
Because I knew the Secret Service could pick me to a black. Without this wagon, they'd be dead.
Strawberry banana.